Here is a simple movement from traditional Tibetan yoga that you can use to help power your digestion. Hi, I'm Farah of Tibetan Healing Movement, and in this video, I'm going to teach you Gyatso Trigpa. So I give a little explanation about this and how it improves your digestion and why that's important, and you can watch that little introduction in the video, which is linked below. But in this video, I'm just going to teach you this movement, Gyatso Trigpa. So Gyatso Trigpa is translated from the Tibetan as moving the ocean. This is a movement in the series of movements called Lu Jong. I mean, actually, Lu Jong is a big term, but the Lu Jong system that I know, which I received from my teacher, Tulku Lobsang, is a very comprehensive system of 21 movements. And Gyatso Trigpa is the first of the group of movements called the 6 common conditions. So it's just, there's 6 different movements for things that commonly get imbalanced in the body. And the first thing we're addressing is digestion, because that is so key for our health. So this, Lu Jong, just to back up a little bit, is it means Lu means body and Jong means refining or education. So these are a series of movements that are deeply rooted in Tibetan medicine. They're very practical for our health, but they're also a foundational practice in Tantrayana yogic traditions. And that's because we first need to take care of our basic health before really getting into the more spiritual yogic practices. So, with no further ado, I hope you enjoy and practice Gyatso Trigpa. Hello. We are now going to learn the first in our group of 6 conditions movements of Lu Jong. So this first movement is called Gyatso Trigpa. Gyatso Trigpa. And this means moving the ocean. Now, we're going to be doing some internal massage here of the abdomen. And so you might guess this is really good for digestion. So not only are we massaging everything and getting energy flow to the area, digestion, when we have poor digestion, this leads to inflammation problems, and then that opens a whole slew of things, arthritis, there's many conditions, all the itises that are related with inflammation. So by doing this movement and improving our digestion, we're not just improving digestion, but also can benefit these other issues that are caused by inflammation or poor digestion. So, Gyatso Trigpa. Here's what it looks like. I'm actually going to remove my cushion. Okay, so that was just a shortened version to give you a demonstration, and let me tell you what was going on inside the body there. First of all, the arm position is important. We have active arms. You might remember this from Go Yugpa, moving the head, where it's very similar in that we want active, engaged arms pressing into the legs. So not with straight arms like this, but really pressing. And this is creating more space for things to happen, for that energy to flow. So nice active arms pressing into the legs. Then what I'm doing is I'm moving my belly, my abdomen is rotating 7 times in one direction and then 7 times in the other direction. Now, you might not have a lot of refined control over these muscles. This is something that will improve as you do this movement, but do your best. And so it's not like a huge thing with the spine. This is really something we're trying to catch internally, this internal rotation and massage of the body, or of the the internal organs there. So we're going to begin to the left. This is what I mean by to the left. If I pick this point beneath my navel, that's an important point. If we say that's the starting point, we're going to go to the left side of the body and then up, and then at the top of the circle, it goes to the right and down the right side. Okay, that's what the first 7 rotations are to the left. It means starting at the bottom of the circle, move to the left side of the body, up the top and down to the right. So we do that 7 times. I actually hear my stomach gurgling. I don't know if the mic's picking that up, but I haven't eaten and there's like this like gurgle that's happening, which is great. It means there's definitely things moving in there. So then after you do 7 that way, then you're going to go ahead and reverse it and do 7 in the other direction. Now, we want to hold our breath for these, okay? So we're going to take a nice inhale, and a nice inhale means like a slow, long inhale, and you imagine that you're breathing down to your lower belly, okay? We want to energetically hold that energy, the wind energy of the breath down here. So you imagine you're breathing in, get that nicely set up, and now hold as you do 7 circles in that direction. Then you can release that breath. You set up a new breath. You inhale, imagine you're holding it down here, and then you do 7 in the opposite direction. So coming up the right side, across the top, and down the left, 7 times. And then the next part of this is a brief 7 seconds, and what you want to do is inhale and then suck in and up. Now this is challenging because it's definitely easier to suck in and up if you've exhaled, but now you're full, you've taken a breath, and you're going to do your best to not only suck in your stomach, but also this like lifting up. Again, this isn't like a super precise, refined thing, but do your best. And it's almost like your chest can open like an eagle, and it looks something like this. I don't know how well you can tell. I mean, anyway, I'm sucking in. So, and that you can hold for a few seconds. We say 7 seconds would be great. And then you release, finish with Long Rosel. And that concludes Gyatso Trigpa, moving the ocean. Okay, so that was Gyatso Trigpa. I hope that you can experience that and start to rev up your fire-accompanying wind. That movement should be followed by this simple breathing exercise called Long Rosel. And I will link to the video where I teach Long Rosel below. So when you practice Gyatso Trigpa, 7 rotations one way, 7 rotations the other way, and then that sucking in and up. Then when you finish, then just go ahead and do the 3 breaths of Long Rosel. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, this is just one of 21 movements in a complete comprehensive system called Lu Jong. And I teach Lu Jong. And if you would like to learn the whole system, then you can check out my teaching series, which is also linked below. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time and attention, most valuable resource. I hope you found some benefit, and I'll see you in another video.